talk about trickle down, when you talk about ripple, I call it a tsunami. And this is the thing that people don't understand. African Americans, we over-index in government jobs because of the history of Jim Crow freezing us out of corporate America. When you look at high five-figure and high six-figure jobs, the reality is, if you are an African American, more than likely, if you are in a six-figure job, it's going to be a government job. And I need people to watching to understand, when we say government job, we're talking about school district, the city, the county, the state, the federal government. We're talking about teachers, police officers, firefighters, all types of workers. So that's the first wave. And as we've been talking about, that second wave are the companies that get federal or state or local contracts or grants. You see massive cuts, that means a serious case of pneumonia for Black America.
I think we need to be mindful of the fact that, in addition to everything that's been said, we have to just underline the fact that this is targeted retribution on Black women. I believe that so many people were outraged when the stat came out that Black women are the highest educated group in America. And I think that plus the, Black women at the top of the ticket, just so much resentment that has been breeded against Black women that has already been here for centuries, obviously, but it's been increased. And we have to be mindful of that for sure. One of my biggest concerns is what people are doing to get resources outside of this, because what the government is also doing is cutting access to welfare access, food supplies, where people can go and actually get food from various places, food banks, that's what I meant to say. They're cutting those off. So much of the access is also being torn. So what are people supposed to do there? So they're getting you coming and going. And I believe that if we can continue to raise awareness like you've been doing on the show the whole time, you said it, Roland, defund Black America, defund Black America. You talked about it in so many different areas. But now that hopefully the signal is as large as possible, I believe that there's still time for us to come together and try to organize in ways, but it's not going to happen if we don't organize politically, if we don't fight back legally, and if we don't stay involved politically as it relates to these elections and getting people in here who can help change some of the other policies that can help us get some of this footing. Because living in the DMV, as you know, Roland, my wife and I operate these yoga studios. We have so many people from the community who come in telling stories. They lost this, they lost that, foreclosure this, can't send their kid back to school that. So many different issues, and it's only going to get worse as the school year starts. Some aren't going back to college, and we have to continue to sound the alarm like you've been doing every week.